Hello and welcome to Rick's RC Flying Channel. This is episode 11 of the Sweet and Low build. In this episode, we're going to build the left wing panel and pretty much almost completed because quite a few of the components were prefabricated when we were building the right wing at the same time. So let's get started.
So now we're simply laying out the plans for the left wing and just again, typically making sure it's perfectly flat and secure. And then we'll put the wax paper on it and tape that down and we're ready to go. So I'm starting off with the center rib, which already has the plywood bracing previously epoxied on. That's the plywood web bracing, which will make up the spar box, and one side of it has the dihedral angle already pre-cut. So that's what I'm using as a template to angle the center rib to the correct position for the dihedral. And the trailing edge has been secured. It already had previously glued on the strip on the trailing edge. And now we're going to attach the ribs to the trailing edge. Now, as we secure the ribs, we pin them onto the trailing edge and just checking to make sure they're all in the vertical position. And I'm using thin CA glue to secure it. Although the ribs were glued with thin CA, I'm now using medium CA and just applying some at the aft end of the rib to the half-inch trailing edge strip. Now I'm just adding some gussets in the corner of the wingtip rib just to enhance that area strength-wise for the wingtip in the event the wingtip should ever make contact with the runway. And of course, that never happens. Now I'm just preparing the spar to be placed in the top section of the wing. It requires a little bit of sanding because I did make it about a millimeter oversized because I'm looking for a very tight fit because I'm going to be using thin CA glue. And I'm just now going with a square and doing a final adjustment right where the top spar attaches to the rib, making sure it's perfectly vertical and lined up with the plans just before we start the gluing process. So now the leading edge has been glued on, and I'm just going over the joints just to make sure we got a really good connection. So now I'm just adding another gusset in the wingtip rib, joining the rib and the leading edge. So now I'm just doing a final sanding to ensure that the ribs are flush with the leading edge and that the spar is flush with the top of the ribs. And whatever sanding block or T-bar you use, you want to cover at least 2 ribs at a time. 3 would even be better. I have T-bars that could actually sometimes handle up to 6 ribs. This is to ensure that the profile is even as you're sanding all the ribs. So I'm doing one last check just to make sure that everything is perfectly straight before we start the sheeting process. So we've begun the sheeting process, which is the same as you've seen on the right wing video. There you can see the wing bolt block is installed and clamped in place. So there's the top wing fully sheeted with the cap strips. And once everything is dried, it's removed from the building surface. Everything is nice and straight. The shim is being removed, and we're going to re-secure the wing to the building surface. So now that the wing is secured to the building surface, we're just going to do one last check to make sure that everything is perfectly straight before applying the spar. So we're just doing a final sizing of the spar just to ensure that we are going to have a really nice tight fit within the ribs just before we start the gluing. Now here you see the wing actually removed from the building surface and turned around. The only reason that is the case was I had to remove the wing from the building table because of another pending project that had to be completed for someone. And normally it would have stayed pinned in its original position. So now I'm measuring the leading edge. I'm using dividers. You could use a ruler or a caliper, whatever you like. And I'm going to compare this measurement to the right wing leading edge, just to make sure both leading edges are exactly the same. So now I'm just doing, again, a final sanding to ensure that the ribs are flush with the leading edge and the spar is flush with the ribs. And again, this is to prepare for the sheeting. And we're just removing any dust because these cavities are going to be closed up once the sheeting and web bracing is in place. So now we'll be gluing the plywood web bracing into place, and again this will form the spar box. So the wing joiner will be slid between the top and bottom spar. So I'm just making sure that we got the perfect fit just before we start mixing the epoxy glue. Now just before you glue those plywood web braces in place, cut that slot in the number 2 rib. This will allow the wing joiner to slide through during the wing joining procedure. We're going to make the same slot in the center ribs later on. So now we're applying 30-minute epoxy and going to glue the web bracing in place. If you don't want to chase your epoxy, pin it down or tape it down on the table. It just makes life a little easier. So once the plywood web bracing has been glued in place and the epoxy is cured, the rest of the sheeting was completed, And now just the final cap strips for the ribs are being glued in place. So now we're going to make both wingtips. They're very simple to build. There's only a few pieces that make the wingtips up. So I'm just going to cut those pieces up and then we're going to glue everything in place. Now I have both plans taped to the building surface and using that as a reference to build the right wingtip and the left wingtip. As soon as the glue dries, they'll be glued to the wings. And there we have the wingtip completed and attached to the wing.
So if you liked the video, please select like and subscribe. Be sure to watch the other episodes as we make progress with the sweet and low wing. And if you have any comments or questions, I always welcome them. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.